The political ads seem endless these days, and yesterday we focused on why campaigns seem so hell-bent on creating negative ads. And at least one study shows, well, it's because the framing of the idea or issue, that is the way that the thing is presented, that determines whether you remember it. The framing determines whether you remember it. Presenting something in a negative frame, sorry, it's more sticky than a positive frame. Our brains seem to be hardwired to remember negative information. Hence, the negative ads, they work. But another comment that we get from viewers a lot about political ads goes a little bit like this. Greg says, these are full of truths, half-truths, twisted truths, and outright lies. But I know TV stations pretty much have to run them as is. You are correct, sir. But just for fun, let's verify this question. Do political ads have to be factually correct to be aired on broadcast television? Our sources are the Federal Trade Commission, the Federal Communications Commission, and University of Minnesota political science professor David Schultz. Turns out rules for political ads are very different than the rules for consumer ads. You know, those are the ones that sell you products. While consumer ads have to be truthful and factual, political ads do not. In fact, the law says the politicians can say almost anything they want in their commercials. Their ads are regulated by the FCC, which applies just two rules. One is that all candidates have the same opportunity to buy commercial time on TV stations, and two, that there's a prohibition on censorship. That means the candidates can say pretty much anything they want, and the FCC generally does not ensure the accuracy of their statements.
I think the rationale behind it is what? The idea of saying that candidates get to say what they want, and what? The voters get to sort of, through the marketplace of ideas, decide what's true, what's false.
So to summarize and verify, it is false to say political ads have to tell the truth. They are not required to be factual in order to be aired on broadcast television. And that brings us to this question from Sheila. Why does the media allow politicians to lie about facts? Why do you let them lie to us? Well, Sheila, the answer comes from that question that we just handled with the FCC and those rules that we just talked about. Only in rare instances can a TV station deny an ad from any candidate based on its contents. We have to give every candidate the same opportunity to buy ad time, and what they want to use that ad time for, it's up to them. And because they can't be censored, there's not much, if anything, we can do about it. And we also wanted to take some time to highlight another viewer comment after our story yesterday, which kind of ties into Sheila's story as well. This comes from Tim. Tim says, Pat, you missed a huge voter education opportunity with the story about negative political ads. You should have focused on the fact that political ads should not be how people determine their vote. You should have used the time to educate voters on how to do their research on the views of the candidates and the facts around the issue. Tim, you're right. To be an informed voter, you do need to sift through the BS that so many political ads contain and craft your own opinion based on who you think will be the best candidate for you, instead of letting crafty marketing people decide it for you. Is there a best answer to showing people how to research the views of each candidate? Not really. The best we could recommend would be to check out the campaign websites of each candidate, Google their names along with an issue you care about, and see what they say about it. The next thing you can do, by the way, is to watch and support local news outlets. If you Google a candidate's name along with an issue you want to know more about, check and see if any of your local stations have talked directly to the candidates, so you can hear from that candidate yourself. For example, our Blair Best is talking with each candidate for Oregon governor on how they would handle the homeless crisis if elected. Her interview with Tina Kotek is next week, but videos with the other two candidates, well, they're on our website right now, along with the KGW YouTube channel. So yes, Tim, I do agree. Do your own research to find the candidate that best supports your values, because if I've showed you, political ads do not have to tell you the truth, and they're all aimed at capturing one of our greatest liberties in this country, your vote.